What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Ark Survival Ascended on Valguero. This time, we're going to be taming something a little bit new. A new mod, actually, has just appeared, more or less. Not more or less. It's been in the works for a while. I just didn't know anything about it till the other day, actually. Give me 1 second, guys. I apologize about that, guys, but we're back. There's a dino called the Hatzegopteryx Kukulkan? I don't think I pronounced that right at all, but I'm going to put the Google Doc as well as the CurseForge page up on, not end screen, but it'll be in the description. Yes, I'm taming an Ocelot. I was going to do a whole other video on that, covering me taming one properly. If you see, I've got one of the Hatzegopteryx saddles in my inventory. I was out and about finding one, and a low level 25 attacked me. So I took it out, because how you tame it. Let me read the whole about the dino first, and then we'll dive into that. So the Hatzegopteryx is a late game flyer centered around combat and situational versatility. Its basic saddle may be unlocked at level 92, with an alternative saddles, meaning there's going to be more than one, being unlocked at 98. The Hatzegopteryx is a rare mountain biome spawn. It has one additional variant by default, the Cepheus Hatzegopteryx, which is a 5% replacement chance, with two mod collaboration variants, the Paleo and the Arcology variation, which we have Arcology in, so I'm hoping we'll be able to find one of them at some point. But you have to have the Arcology New Encounters mod installed for that to work, which will only spawn if their respective mods are installed, blah, blah, blah. Note that the cross-mod variant wild spawns require those mods to add support on their end, which already occur in the coming days. So it's not available yet, but it will be going forward. The name for the dino effectively translates to Plumed Serpent, Heteg, Basin, Wing. I don't know a whole lot about that. Specific name taken from the Mayan deity Kukulkan. I'm trying to pronounce this properly without butchering it. It originated from one of the creature votes, particularly Katana's and Tui's iterations from Extinction. That makes sense. So, let's take a look at some of the things you can do with it to tame it. Let's just do the tame it purpose and whatnot right now. To tame one, you have to get one of the trophies, which you do by killing a wild one, which I did. Then locate another wild Hatzegopteryx. Drop the trophy from your inventory. If within valid range, you may notice that the skull has dropped a larger size than normal, and you receive a notification stating that you are drawing the ire of nearby Hatzegopteryx. The nearest tameable Hatzegopteryx will slowly approach you, and once it is within 35 meters of the skull, it will begin challenging you. You may pick up the skull anytime before this to cancel. Once the challenge phase has begun, you must attack the Hatzegopteryx until it has accumulated damage equivalent to 50% of its max health. A challenging Hatzegopteryx, I'm just going to call it a Hatzeg. A challenging Hatzeg will only take 50% damage from its challenger, survivor, and their mounted shoulder pets, 40% from the challenger's allies, and their mounts and shoulder pets, 5% damage from allied dinos that are unridden, and 30% damage from all other sources. So you need to do 50% of its damage on your own, so my shotgun would suffice. Upon receiving the damage threshold, the Hatzegopteryx will enter its exhausted state for roughly 20 seconds, in which it takes 5% damage from all sources. In this state, the wild Hatzeg will also become mountable, but only by the survivor who initiated the challenge. Mounting the Hatzeg will initiate the second phase of the taming method, in which the Hatzeg will attempt to shake you off. You must respond to quick time events displayed above the hotbar to increase the tame progress. Failing a quick time event will cause it to throw you off, restoring some of its health and sending you back to the challenge phase. Reaching 100% taming progress will successfully tame it. If the challenger dies, the taming progress is halted. Okay, so let's go give this a shot. I do believe I know where one is, but we're going to take a look at some of the saddles. Yep, right here. Here are the two saddles. I'm going to pull some element to this just so I can make them both, because I want them both. Both saddle variations. We're going to pull that from my propagator, and we're going to turn it on. We're going to pull one for this. I'm missing fiber. Of course I'm missing fiber. Can I make this one at least? I'm missing crystal. I am never prepared. I am absolutely struggling with being prepared right now anytime I do something for these videos anymore. Seems like anytime I try to make a video, I'm absolutely underprepared. I only needed 300 fiber, though, which is not terrible. And like 300 crystal, which there's crystal right there, so that won't be hard for me to get. But yeah, the Hatzeg looks insane. I'm actually pretty excited to tame one of these. Normally, I'm not a big flyer guy. I generally avoid flyer mods, because I don't usually care for flyers, but if this is as good as I'm expecting it to be, this may be a dino, now that it's clearly tied in with the Arcology, this may be a dino that we actually bring into every series going forward, especially if it's as strong of a late game tame as I'm expecting it to be. I kind of will probably bring one of these in all the time going forward. All right, let's hop back over here. Okay, I put that away and I didn't mean to. Is my sickle on me? Yes, it is. There it is. Alright. I really fell in that random hole? Okay. I said we needed like 300 of this, so we'll just take a good 300 fiber. I do need to go on a fiber run. This is on the, like I said, this is on my Val server, so I still got some more work to do on this one. I was about to box with that thing. Alright. We should have enough now. Luckily, I like the fact that this is not a normal tame. I was taming that. It's a 145. The stats are a lot better now since the buff. I do plan on making a video in regards to the buff and trying to tame one of them again. This will be my 3rd time trying it. I'm not good at taming those. But we're going to stuff the crystal in here and the fiber in here. Okay. Can we pull for this? Yes, we can. Great that. I have it. I have it. Give me a second, guys. Alright, there we go. We're back. I was able to craft them both. I don't know where you can find the saddles in. I'm not seeing it on here, but they're probably found in drops of a high level. I'm assuming red drops. Okay, so air superiority saddles, you can switch between fuel types. Element, gasoline, or element imbued gasoline. Element is the most long lasting, gasoline the cheapest, shorter lasting. Element imbued gasoline lasts 4 times as long as gasoline. Okay. So we're going to need some element on us when we go to tame this thing to be able to fly around with its element infused saddle. I'm assuming I don't have any element in there. I think it's in my storage over here. I'm going to assume, and this is just me assuming, don't quote me on this. I'm going to assume this is going to work similarly to how... I'll just take it all. I'm not going to lose it anyway. Similar to how the... what is it called? Tropiognathus? Tropiognath? I believe it's the Tropiognathus. How that worked on Crystal Isles. I'm assuming that's going to be similar to it, but I know there's one on the map near the red dot. Hold up. There's one behind our base. There was not one back here earlier. There was not one here. I know there was one by Red Ob. That's why I said there's one over there. Hello? That needs to be fixed. I still don't know if that's something on my end or what that is. It's saying there's one over here. Unless if this is the one I was thinking of by the Red Ob. Maybe this isn't the one I was thinking of. But we'll find out in a minute. Because they spawn, like I said, they have a rare chance in mountainous regions. So this might count. Also, there's something else we're going to be covering. Probably not in this video specifically, but in a different one. The Arcology update has come through, so now we do have alpha variations of the Chalk Golems, of the Snow Golems, and the Mega Raptor alphas, and all World Boss variations, so I'm hoping to find them and face them, so I'm kind of really excited about that. Those are one of the steps that I wanted to do next in our series. Yeah, I think this is taking me right to the one I was thinking of, but for some reason it told me it was like directly behind our base. I don't know. Either or. Once we get this thing, if this thing's a better flyer than this, I believe this one's a low level, like level 25 if I recall. Get out of the way. I believe this one is a really low level. If it's exactly what I'm expecting it to be, we're probably going to utilize only the Wyvern again for now. But I do want to get one of these a higher level and really test it out and see what it can do. Because I believe it should be right around here somewhere. Oh, that's an Elmer Claw. How you doing? You'll hear it once we're close. Apologize if you guys heard that little burp. You'll hear it if we're near it. It's saying it's this direction. Okay. That's one thing I hate about flying on Wyverns. Yep. I just... Oh, right there it is. There it is. There is that massive creature. That thing is insanely weak for the level. Because again, it is only level 25. But we're going to attempt to tame it. Because I cannot get any of the spawn commands to work to spawn in a higher level one. Because like I said, I was going to spawn in a higher level one just to test. But this way we'll at least keep the tame if we can get it to work. Back up. Okay. So... what we gotta do is we gotta toss the skull out. As you can see, it's huge. You're drawing the ire. So it's gonna get pissed off at us, pardon language, and it's gonna come up to us. But I gotta keep an eye on this so it doesn't despawn as well. Got 30-minute spawn rate. just kill that thing for it real quick. Pick this back up. Toss it at it. There we go. Turn. You gotta watch the top of the screen. It's gonna... I don't know why that thing was just like trying to... I don't know what that thing was doing. We gotta stand near it. We'll get challenged by it. I've got my shotgun ready. Fight and survive. Oh, wow, that was quick. Alright, so we gotta do whatever it says on the screen. S key? What? I pressed the S key. Maybe that didn't work. Maybe I got it. Let me try it with mouse and keyboard to try to mount it first, see if that does anything. Because it's bugged out for controller. Let's see, the D key. That did work. Okay, so right now it is very bugged. S key right there. Okay, so it's definitely some kind of bug with that. I did remember seeing that. Someone brought that up in a comment on one of the videos that someone talked about. I think it was on Twitter. S key right there. But the taming's kind of cool. It's similar to the Helicopterian, it seems like, in the concept of it's trying to knock you off, except for I'm not feeding it anything. I'm just hanging on its back and chilling. I'm just big chilling on this man's back right now. I like this taming process. It's nothing insane. It's not outlandish. Right now, this one's stuck on a tree. I think I got a dumb one. I forgot what letter the D key was. That shows you how little I use mouse and keyboard to do anything. I'm hoping that didn't affect its taming effectiveness. It seems like it's speeding it up too as well. The more that I'm getting closer to the end of the taming process. Hey, again, no, this is nice. I actually do enjoy this taming process. This is really cool. I wish it would be a little more erratic. Like shake up and down, flail a little more. Boom, there we go. That is the Hatzegopteryx. That is how you tame one of them. Can you ride this without a saddle? You can? Can you? Can you ride this without a saddle? No, you cannot. Unless if this thing is bugged for me again and tell me I can't ride it. That thing has vampiric. Did I just read that right? Do you have vampiric? My inventory's been doing that little freezy bug too, I've noticed. Can you ride without a saddle? Okay, you can't. It was telling me you can, but you can't. Alright, let's try the normal saddle on this thing. Alright, so it's got a melee stomp, which is just its bite. In the air, you can grab things. Grab and release. You've got a roar. That's kind of cool. A sit, which, let me land really quick. LR together is that sit pose. That's kind of cool. And if we had the jetpack one, which we do right there, let's equip that really quick. Let's see how fast we're moving. We're at the 25% speed. Let's just stuff some element in there and see what happens. Now we've got the fuel. Now how do we use it? Oh, that's how. Oh yeah, so this is definitely like a Tropiognathus. This thing is insane. I love the way this thing works. Easily my new favorite flyer. Absolutely, no question. This is going to completely dominate anything that I've ever wanted to have before as a flyer. Yeah, this thing just took that title. No question. Yes, I just took a screenshot. Ooh, this might look like a better screenshot, actually. Nah, this looks nice. Let's see that little spot there. That is cool. I really do dig that. That is awesome. That is really nice. Can I go in K mode from here? I cannot. I mean, I can, but I can't go K mode inside. This thing is cool. This thing is really, really cool. Oh, I gotta switch out to K mode. That is really cool. No, this thing is awesome. And it flies at a fast rate for the most part, too. There, see, there's not another Hatzegopteryx on the map. Which kind of sucks, is I'm not getting a lot of them to spawn. I don't know how to get the max speed out of this thing. Left trigger plus right trigger is how to toggle the speed. And we go down to that. Left trigger, right trigger is how to toggle it again. Okay. So that's really, really nice. And it actually moves at a pretty good pace. Honestly, like, it's not that it's sluggish or nothing. Why did it do that? Why did it slow down to that much? Oh, it's out of stam. Okay, so even when it's out of stamina, if you're utilizing... That's kind of interesting, because if you're still utilizing the jetpack, you can still float. It'll still carry you. That's interesting. I think I like that. Do I like the fact that it burns element? Not as much, but this is also an extinction-based creature, is what it's supposed to be. I think is where their plan was. But no, this thing looks insane. Like, I'm very, very happy with this. You can't use grab attacks when carrying this. When wearing that, I mean, but I'm very impressed. Let's see how much damage this thing does. That's level 25-ish. Can you, when you hop out of the saddle, how does it sit you? Okay, it hops you completely out of it. But this saddle does look really cool. I'm very impressed. I'll give them that much. I'm very impressed. All right, let's find something that we could fight right here. Let's see how much damage you do. Okay, that's a little low, but again, this thing is only it only has 2 points into melee. So I can't expect it to be super strong. But no, this thing is nice. I really... Yeah, see, I can't grab it or nothing with this one. Wait, can this thing dive bomb? Hold on a second. Can this thing dive bomb? If this thing can dive bomb, that makes it even better. Bro, it can dive bomb. It can absolutely dive bomb. It can do the swoop. That is nuts. That is nuts. Let's go way up again. Let's try something. Alright, that should be good. How fast is your swoop this way? I'm very impressed. I'm very happy with that. That's nice. Okay, yeah, definitely going to be a new creature that we're keeping around. Definitely something we're keeping around. And like I said, they're working on more saddles for these, so... I mean, yeah, this thing's pretty much anything you could want in a tame and more. Especially in a flyer. This is what the Tropiognathus is, pretty much, but this is just a lot better. This is probably more of a fighter. Except for I believe that, excuse me, the Tropio, I believe, I haven't tamed one in forever, I believe can shoot like grenades out of his mouth or something. But no, that thing is insane. I'm very impressed with it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It is definitely, in my opinion, worth the $5 for the premium variation of it. It is definitely worth it. But, whoop, how did that happen? But, why am I zooming on my face? But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time for more Ark Survival Ascended. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys then.